Judge, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First, Judge, a quick roadmap. I'll be addressing their attack, their DA, and I will be going over some extension evidence to defend their solvency, inherency, and plan attacks. First, let's go over their disadvantage. They say that Obama will be distracted by this, but we say Obama won't be distracted because this plan goes through the Department of Commerce and the State Department. He won't be distracted about sales because we already are selling agriculture. From Seaman 10, a second factor which helps relieve pressure from the embargo is in the inconsistency of the U.S. policy itself by allowing the agriculture trade in accordance with the Trade Sanctions Reform and Exports Enhancement Act. While the law stipulates that Cuba must provide cash payment and advantages, it is not hindered in modest growth in U.S. agriculture exports to Cuba. Cuban officials report the amount of these agriculture purchases to have received roughly $500 million annually. As you can see here, the U.S. is already selling to Cuba. Thus, Obama won't be distracted by selling even more and helping our own economy. Next, I'll go to their solvency attack. Contention 1, do I say that? From the extension evidence, harm, subpoint B, Cuba needs construction materials. Fry, 2012. Washington's stubbornness has cost the United States billions of dollars in lost sales and has, by Havana's own estimate, cost the Cubans upwards of $975 billion since the last embargo's inception. There can be no doubt that the U.S., whose economic size and close proximity make it a natural trading partner for Cuba, is at least partly responsible for the island's crushing shortage of building materials. The United States, in both prestige and trading opportunities, is patently missing out. The impact of this card, Judge, is that Cuba, from these attacks and the hurricanes of that they would have already recovered from these hurricanes and these storms, they didn't have these materials in the first place. So they have not actually helped themselves out and rebuilt. I am now open for cross-examination and further points of clarification.
Okay, Judge, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who will be your agent of action?
Our agent of action will be the Department of Commerce and the State Department.
Okay, and what kind of jobs in your advantage tier will you be creating with your plan?
The jobs we'll be creating in our plan will be more for, in our advantage 2. We will be creating more making construction materials, so more people going out and collecting the lumber to sell construction for young lumber sales and stuff.
Okay, and how much will these jobs pay?
Average.
Average? Okay.
Or above.
What does ag have anything to do with the construction sales?
It was just showing that Obama is already okay and being able to withstand the sales of agriculture to Cuba.
Okay, and would you say that people need food more than they need construction equipment?
Is there a lack of shortage of food in Cuba?
Yes.
Well, that's not in our plan.
How is the embargo hurting the U.S. economy?
We are missing out on sales that we could have, and because of our shortage of money, our debt that we have right now of trillions of dollars, this could help us regain some ground.
Okay, but how long have we had the embargo?
Like some 50 years.
Okay, and so wouldn't that mean that over these 50 years, the U.S. has adapted to having the embargo?
It has, but if we readapt it to help with the embargo, it could have a better change.
Okay, what is the Cuban economy like right now?
Not very wealthy or good.
Okay, and so if their economy isn't good, then their government doesn't have very much money. How are they going to be able to pay for these construction materials?
somewhere. Do not know at the time.
Okay, besides their living conditions, what is life like in Cuba with their food, income, or family size, or anything like that? Like, what is life like for an average Cuban?
Pretty hard.
Pretty hard? Okay, and would you say that their income is good?
I would say it is enough to survive.
Enough to survive. So if it's enough to survive, would you say that they have enough money for like food and that's about it?
Maybe a little extra here and there.
Okay, and so do you think that they would have money to pay for a new house?
Not a whole new house completely, but enough to help renovate their own to make it more livable.
Okay.